This video was filmed and edited in early February 2026. During the night of February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched a military strike on Iran. The film reflects opinions and protests expressed prior to those events.
What is happening right now in my country is not right. What is happening is not justice, and it must stop.
Iran.
Iran's
Iran.
Iran.
Iran. Iran. Iran.
Iran's
Iran.
For months, the world has been watching Iran, where people have been taken to the streets to protest against a regime that brutally suppresses demonstrations, kills civilians and often shuts down the internet. Here in Germany too, home to one of the biggest Iranian communities outside Iran, thousands of people gather to demonstrate every week. We wanted to know, how are young Iranians in exile coping? And how can you battle for freedom in your homeland when you're far from home? Our first challenge was finding Iranians to talk to us on camera. Many fear the regime could find ways to persecute them, even from a distance. But then we met Romina. She's willing to speak with us, despite the risks. Romina is 25 and lives in Hamburg. She's been here since the start of 2025, having sought asylum in Germany for political persecution. The Iranian government reportedly issued an arrest warrant against her. She has been finding her feet here in Germany. We meet up in a cafe, where Romina's studying for her German test while trying to find ways to contact her friends and family in Iran. The internet there has been blocked again. Barely anything can get in or out. No calls, no news.
I don't know what's happening in Iran right now. What is my family going through? What are my friends going through? Or any person that lives there. And what's really painful for me is that Iran is right now known for war with Israel or nuclear weapons or just stuff like that. Which isn't true. Iran has amazing people, amazing women, men that are fighting right now on the streets for their right, their basic human rights, to choose how they want to live, choose their path. And that was exactly what I thought when I was a kid. I thought that I'd be able to grow up, live in my fairy tale land, and be who I wanted to be, work a job that I wanted to work in. But the regime, the politics changed my path.
Okay, time for an Iranian history lesson. For thousands of years, Iran, then called Persia, was a monarchy. But in 1979 everything changed. The king or Shah was toppled and the country was transformed into an Islamic republic, with political and religious authorities deeply intertwined. In the decades since, the government has controlled all areas of public life, from the media to the courts to freedom of expression. Protesters and other critics of the government can face violence or imprisonment. For some people, exile is the only option. In late 2025, new protests erupted in the country. Initially about the state of the economy, but soon something larger, far larger. Millions of people raising their voices for freedom and political change, and violently suppressed. Reports suggest that the regime has killed thousands of protesters, with some sources saying tens of thousands. Verifying these numbers right now is virtually impossible. But some information has still made its way out via social media. The EU has categorized the Revolutionary Guard, the military force behind the brutal crackdown, as a terrorist organization. Romina spent part of her childhood abroad, growing up mainly in Iran, where her family and friends are. She was planning out her future in Iran till she became politically active.
I wanted to study law, which is, in Iran, it's Islamic law. And just being in that system kind of showed me how women are controlled. And it mostly also started with myself because of my appearance, because I have tattoos. I was called a sex worker. I was called a whore. They saw my body and the way that I dressed and the way that I looked as a violation. And when the Women Life Freedom movement began, I knew that it was time for everyone to say something, including myself.
Mahsa Amini died last week while being detained for allegedly wearing a hijab or headscarf too loosely.
The Women Life Freedom movement first surged across Iran in 2022. It was sparked by the violent death of Gina Mahsa Amini. People protested all over the country against the regime. Women and young people were at the forefront of the protest, which became among the largest ever in Iran. But the savage response by the security forces left hundreds dead. Romina experienced the protests firsthand, and they changed the course of her life. Her activism put a target on her back, and it was being forced to flee Iran that brought her to Germany. Every week she joins demonstrations to raise awareness about the situation that people are facing in her country. And this weekend will be no exception. Romina's calling up friends, reminding them to show up. People from across Europe will be attending the demonstrations in Hamburg. For many Iranians in exile, these events are a rare chance to stand in solidarity with the protesters back home. It's Saturday, the day of the protest. We meet Romina while she's preparing for the rally, driven by a simple but powerful dream.
I'm so hopeful that I have my suitcase ready. And I know that I will go back. But one thing I am sure about is that one day, which maybe I can call it a year, me and everyone else who were forced out of the country because of a brutal child-killing regime will go back. We'll go back and be home with our families, where we belong.
Thousands come together for the protests, representing a range of different visions for Iran. Some want to bring back the monarchy and are calling for the son of the former Shah to return to the country. Others are pushing for a brand new political system. But despite these sometimes contradictory views, everyone is united in calling for change, for the fall of the current regime.
What does it mean for you standing here today in the middle of this demonstration?
It means that people have finally woken up and they're awake and they're seeing that injustice and inequality is happening in my country right now. And it shows that people finally care when minors are being killed. Women can't wear what they want. And I'm happy that people have finally woken up, so it means the world to me. I feel very powerful. I feel that finally the world is hearing my voice as a woman, understanding that I want the rights. Every woman here, every person wants the right to be able to be who they are, to wear what they want, to say what they want. And that means a lot to me.
And how do you fight for a country you don't live in?
I try to spread awareness as much as possible. I try to come out and make other people understand what is happening right now in my country is not right. What is happening is not justice. Although we're all far away from home, although we're not there, we're not with our family, with our friends, we're not in our house, in our home, but it doesn't matter to us. We will come out every day, as long as possible, as much as it takes, and come and spread awareness and shout our rights and inform the world about all the people that have died, all the people that have been killed and not just normally died. And I think that is important for the world to know.
Death to Khamenei is a key slogan of the protests in Iran. And here too. Essentially it means down with the regime. Some Iranians are demanding help from European governments, but many are now openly calling on US President Trump to strike at the Iranian leadership, hoping it could bring an end to the current regime. Others strongly reject this idea, fearing it could lead to even more violence and instability, with serious long-term consequences.
But right now, even though people like me and a lot of people are against it, I think that we don't have any other choice. We need any help that we can get. I still think there needs to be help, or else the same minors that were killed, more and more will be killed. More women will be raped. Everyone will lose their voice. Every family has lost a member. We have to stop this, and we need any help that we can get. We are helpless. We need help.
Today, thousands of people came together to demand international support for change. One of the largest rallies Hamburg has seen in recent times. And for Romina, the struggle for freedom continues, even from faraway Germany.
وطن لاله دمیده از ماتم سر قدشان صرف و جانم سر